All right. I was about to wipe my eye, but that's not happening. Anyways, we are back with the E46 again. Not with anything bad. Basically, what was going on with this now? So I did the water pump, did all that, everything was good. My only problem with it now is for me to drive this every day, it needed to be kind of a little bit more comfy. So I bought a lot of things. I bought new speakers for it. I bought the Bass Sound Stage 1 kit. I bought new motor mounts because right now we're rocking, or what we were rocking, were these Turner Motorsports. Pretty much solid, but they're not solid. They got poly on the inside of the casing in here. But we were rocking these, and with the solid rear diff bushings, and then the poly trans mounts and everything like that, like, it was just way too much vibration for me to be wanting to drive this every single day and be happy with it. So I bought the OEM, the Anchor. Well, the brand is Anchor, but 9003 stock style motor mounts, and it's really easy to do. Got to connect this guy back. Really easy to do, but the nut is that shiny one that's literally right there. You can see with the tip of the flashlight, right there. Pretty easy to find. All you gotta do is pull out your intake right here, and then you can fit a Weeble socket in there, 16 mil, and then you just gotta scoot yourself up on in there. Not too bad. This side, so you gotta move this heat shield back, and then you're gonna see the nut straight down. You just need a long extension to reach up here and you'll be good. As for underneath the car, a little bit of a different story. To get the driver's side out, you got to put a piece of wood on here so you can jack it up enough. And then once you jack it up, you can slide it out through the front, or you could slide it out through the back. Austin helped me slide it out through the front, so that's how we did it. Obviously, the new one's right there. But for the passenger side, which is obviously right there, in the with the little rubber boot and the little shield, you got to put a piece of plywood. You got to put a piece of 2x4 right here and jack up on your AC condenser so you can get it to lift up enough too. And in doing so, it's gonna feel pretty sketchy. That I can vouch for. That part definitely didn't feel comfortable because you pretty much have to jack. I mean, I removed this piece too so I can see. So I removed that piece so I could see. And in doing so, you could see how close to the firewall you're getting so you don't hit everything that bad, because you're definitely going to be squishing stuff. And when I was jacking up the passenger side, when I got towards the end, the radiator started to lift up a little bit. So then it got kind of sketchy because I was getting concerned about breaking things. But luckily, everything seems to be okay for right now. I still have to go through, I got to clean that post over there. Mainly because I had an issue so I got a new battery put in this thing. They gave me the wrong battery. But even still, when I put the new battery in, the positive terminal in the trunk was like really hot, which obviously either means it's overcharging, there's a bad connection somewhere, something shorting out, whatever, because of corrosion, whatever the case may be. But now, since I took all of that apart, I cleaned everything that I thought would have been corroded and tidied all of that up, and now it's just warm and it's not hot. Before, like, if I touched it when it was hot, it would literally burn my finger. Now it's not. And all I did was just pull everything apart, take the terminals apart, clean everything really well, and then I just put everything back together as it's supposed to be. I'm just gonna clean this terminal here because as you can see, it looks a little corroded. I think that this just pops up and then I could get that out. I don't know what size it is, but it's definitely a size. But as you can see, it's like pretty corroded. So that one comes off the starter, which goes right down to there, and then the other ones connect all the way back to the trunk. So it's pretty important that all of that works as it should. And I don't want to mess with any of the electrical system on this because it's a nightmare and nobody likes electrical. Especially me, because I hate electrical, and you will never catch me doing electrical stuff because I hate it. I will find somebody to do it. Like my truck right now having the weird no crank, no start problem. I'm not doing that. I will pay somebody to gladly do that so I can learn at least from them what to look for next time, but I don't have the kind of time to chase electrical problems. So, like I said, with this one, just be careful when you're jacking it up because you do get pretty close to the cowl. But like I said, I only removed the intake and I only removed that piece right there that holds the cabin filter. And obviously you take out your skid plate and your other skid plate so that way you can get to the mounts themselves underneath, so you can get to the nuts. They're 16 millimeter bolts, really easy to get to. None of that should be too much of an issue for you. But if you guys have any more questions on this, let me know. When the new speakers come in, I'll do a video on that. It's not like people haven't done them before, but I figure since I have something to actually post on YouTube and everything else, I can finally go ahead and start posting some stuff. I probably should catch Austin in the middle of this thing one of these days so he guys can show you what he's working on, but he was here for a little bit. He's working on mounting some stuff up because obviously he wants that in a nice good spot. And then, you know, he already did the valve cover gasket. He's got a few more things to do. I'm sure he'll tell you guys about it one of these days. But he's more of a person who doesn't really, he likes to watch the YouTube. He doesn't want to be the guy, which I get. It's kind of, it's hard. It's definitely annoying, but it's fun. These are the memories that we're going to look at in the future and be like, wow, I was an idiot and got myself involved in this car and this car and this car and this car and everything else. It's just a nonstop fun expression because you already know you can't afford a house nowadays. So next best thing, keep working your way up with M3s or whatever cars that you like the most and just keep working them up because at the end of the day, at least you could say, hey, I own this at one point in life. And when they're classic cars one day and they're really rare, they're hard to come by. You're like, damn, when I was a kid, I owned this. Like, whatever. Not that we're kids anymore, but I don't know what I'm blabbing on about. But if you guys have any questions on how to do the motor mounts, like I said, just comment below. If it's not really that detailed or in depth, I'm sorry, but they shouldn't be too bad for you. I mean, it's really pretty simple. You got all the 16 mil bolts underneath. The other two bolts are 16 mil. As long as you got a Weeble socket like this one in here, which my 16 is not here, but as long as you have something like this, this is a 17 obviously, this will do you justice. You use that, a small extension, and a 3/8 drive ratchet, and you'll be mint. You just kind of got to shove it in between the first little triangle, the smaller one. That is obviously the harder one to get into, but not a big deal. So like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content. Catch you in the next one. Peace.